Laura Ingraham took the opportunity to malign Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's efforts in Tuesday's primaries. Ingraham mentioned candidates Ocasio-Cortez endorsed but lost in the primaries. Ingraham also responded to Ocasio-Cortez's recent comments about the U.S. changing over the last few years, or the last several years. Ocasio-Cortez said in an interview with Pod Save America that the middle class has been declining for years, and the upper middle class of the 90s doesn't exist anymore.
Nevertheless, she's kind of right in a general sense, because in some parts of the country, it does seem like the America that we know and love doesn't exist anymore. Massive demographic changes have been foisted upon the American people, and they're changes that none of us ever voted for, and most of us don't like. From Virginia to California, we see stark examples of how radically, in some ways, the country has changed. Now, much of this is related to both illegal and, in some cases, legal immigration that, of course, progressives love. Now, this is a sure way, over time, to remake and reshape America. This is exactly what socialists like Ocasio-Cortez want, eventually diluting and overwhelming your vote with the votes of others who aren't, let's face it, too big on Adam Smith and the Federalist Papers.
What that segment, that little short segment was about demographics. That's all it was about. She was just using Ocasio-Cortez's platform to get to that. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't surprise me that kind of...
Oh, no.
It doesn't surprise me that Hitlerina would express herself.
Oh, no doubt.
That way.
Those were white nationalist dog whistles.
Oh, whoop, whoop. Yo, for real.
No doubt.
For real.
Code language, man. It was easy to see.
I mean, but see, that's the funny part. Like, the thing about these, like, white nationalists and white supremacists, they are really dishonest about United States history, and as far as immigrants go. Because the United States has always needed an influx of immigrants for nation building, whether it be Italians, whether it be Irish, whether it be Spanish people. We've always needed that influx of bodies to build this great nation. You know what I'm saying? And at one time, and when they got over here, the same things was said. They're a threat to destroy our culture. They're going to destroy our way of life. They said the exact same thing then, and they're saying the exact same thing now. It's the same group of people. It's the same group of people. It just seems like she just traded in her, I don't know, her white sheets for a nice little sleeveless dress.
One of the comments that she made in that clip was that progressives love immigration. Progressives love illegal immigration. They love open borders. And the immigrants that are coming into the country, she seemed to suggest that they have the political leanings of progressives. Now, how the hell would you know what immigrants think about politics? How would you know if they lean left or right? They aren't they come from different places. I mean, some people come from Central America. Some people come from countries in South America. Some people come from countries in Africa. Some people come from countries in Asia. It's just like, how would you know that all these people that are coming into the country, immigrants, legal or not, they're going to somehow side with liberals or progressives? You have no idea that that's going to be the case. But what she's scared of is that they're not going to look like you.
See, it's not even about who they side with and how they vote per se. It is about how they look. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like she's blaming immigrants, or she's blaming Democrats, or blaming progressives for a demographic shift. But, like, I guess what's most noteworthy about demographic shifts is the declining birth rates of people who look like her. Yeah. That's probably the main issue here.
Yeah. Low key. They don't want to admit that.
They don't want to admit that, but then that kind of connects with the whole, I guess, alpha male mentality of a lot of Republicans, a lot of white male Republicans, talking about there needs to be more babies made. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is why they hate women working out of the house. This is why they hate the feminist movement, because that took women out the house and basically give gave women a choice. The women have a choice now, so they're not having as many babies. So that is contributing to the demographic shift as well. I just think it's about like who has access to power, and her seeing that white people are losing power. Yeah. She would not care if it was half and half, as long as people who look like her kept the larger share of the power dynamics of government.
So when she's talking about this country is changing, it's not looking the same way that it used to look. It's not really about the color. It's not about the race of people. It's about the power structure.
Oh, no, exactly. It has not, I think it has little. It's a bit to do with demographics, yeah. But I think.
I mean, the white nationalist aspect of that, of course, but power reigns supreme.
Power reigns supreme.